So he comes through and he's like, and he sits down and he gets a remote and he says, you know me, you know I'm still going to watch the Golden Girls up here. I know that sounds... He's watching the Golden Girls.
Yep, that's my dad.
Yeah. And he wants you to know that he is still watching the Golden Girls in heaven. So this tells me this is his cherished memories. Did you have cherished memories with him? Is that something that you used to do with him? And it's just his way of saying, hey, I still get to do it. I want you to see me the way that I am and know that I'm okay, I'm happy, and that he is still getting to watch the Golden Girls. Like, that's heaven. You know what I mean? And it's just important to see him the way that he is now. If something weird happened, and for some reason I feel something with my chest with you, I don't know if something with your chest, I just feel like a stabbing pain in my chest, and then it was like all of a sudden it was like
I died and went to heaven.
And then you got up, and then it's like everything's so much clearer to you. Like you see things in color now is the best way I can explain it. Like you feel things like it was an awakening. That's what you had, was an awakening. And that's why you feel things so much more intensely. You know what I mean? That's why you feel things, and that's why you worry as much as you do, and you take on the load of the guilt, of the worry, everything, because you feel like it's your job too. You know what I mean? But it's not. Mm-hmm. Don't worry. Like the way that he's making it seem is he doesn't want you to have the weight of the world on your shoulders because you feel so much more intensely. Does something happen to your chest?
Yeah. I had a heart attack and I died and went to heaven. And I decided to come back. And
wow.
I have tried ever since that happened to me to make people understand that there is something after this world. And yes. All that matters is the love we give and receive.
Yes.
And trying to get people to understand that is so hard.
It is. It is very hard. And you feel, and I try to tell people, like, I'm going to show you something. They're together. They're laughing. Okay. They're aggravating one another. But with love, of course. They're turning, though, and she goes, oh! And Mark! Hi! Mark's here! Very clear. Hey! Mark! Mark, what are you doing? Hey! That's exactly what I hear. Just in shock. Mark's here. They got to see Mark. I don't know who Mark is, but I want you to know Mark's there. And she's just shocked. Wow, Mark's here. I want you to see how happy they are and to know that they're together. He just shows me him sitting in a recliner, and he's like, oh yeah, in that recliner. Did he always sit into a recliner? Because he's talking about the recliner. It's a boy. It's just, this is what I feel real quick. He just zoomed by me. This just tells me that he's playing. He's being able to be a kid again. He looks between 6 to 8 years old. He's pretty young. I don't know if he's a third party or not. But this boy is very, very precious, and he's there. Hold on just a second. Now, he might be a third party. This might be something, Tammy, that you just have to think about, but I do know that eventually he'll make sense to you, okay? It just might take some time to understand it. There's something, I don't know if there's something because he goes, oh, and he laughs, so I don't know if, he couldn't see really good, or was there something about that? Just keep that in mind, but just know that his vision, his eyes are okay. He keeps showing me that, I'm okay. So keep that in mind, that his eyes are okay. And he's around, I'm going to say 6 to 8. Just keep this in mind. And he makes a big deal, and he says, my dad. And then he releases a balloon, and he shows me the month of March. Okay. And he's making this huge deal for the month of March. Is there a celebration in the month of March? Is this a birthday celebration? Is this a death celebration? There's going to be something about the month of March that he's making a huge deal about. And he says that he sent the baby. He sent the baby. So keep that in mind. Was there a baby born after his passing? And it's just his way of saying that he got to send the baby, that kind of thing. But he is one of the ones that got to send the baby. Oh, he's just stretching, very, very sweet, very funny man. But in the end, I see your dad. He just sits in this recliner, and he's just at peace. He needs you to know that he's okay. He did talk about something real quick. He keeps showing me I'm just have to bring this up. He just keeps showing me the fluid around his lungs or in his lungs or something about that. Just keep that in mind as one. He says, "All gone, look at me now," when he does this, the muscle man, which tells me that he's better now. Okay, so really pay attention to that, how he acts, what he's doing, the symbols, and that kind of thing, which shows me that he's completely healed, and he needed you to know that, and he needs you to know that no matter what, it's gonna be okay. You're strong, and you're gonna get through this, and to know that they're together. And Mark's here. They're so excited about this Mark. But that's what I'm seeing with you. I hope that does this make sense to you, Tammy? First thing he shows is, he says, "Look at me." And he stands up, he grabs this wheelchair, or there's something that he's hanging on to, and he throws it across the room, and he's dancing. And there's this song that, oh my gosh, what is the song called? Hold on. Oh my gosh, hold on. It's a country line dance that everybody does. I'm trying to think of it, but he's just doing it, and he's laughing because he can do it, and he wants you to see, like, look at me, I'm dancing. It's not the cha-cha. It's not that. It's something else. I'm trying to think of it. Wop, wop, wop. Do-do-do-do-do, wop, wop. There's gonna be something else. That's what I hear. Okay, the wop song. Anyway, now he says, "My ring." He's wanting to know about his ring. Okay, does somebody have his ring? Or are you going to find his ring? Is there something about this ring? When they snap their fingers, that his passing was either very, very unexpected or also very, very quick. And the way that he comes through is the hardest part was not, they weren't able to say goodbye, is the way that he's coming. I feel like he's a prankster, like he knocks on things and waits for people to freak out, like, "Oh my God, what was that?" And then he laughs. But he's in this kitchen, and I see like a light colored white backsplash. So what he shows me, keep this in mind. Pay attention to where he's at. And he's like, "I'm in the kitchen." And he laughs. This is where he's at. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. That was my little brother. He was in a wheelchair. My younger brother, he did. Yeah, he passed suddenly. He was 30. He was in a wheelchair his whole life. Dark hair, and he was a country boy. And had a pickup truck. And my dad just passed in December. And that's who he grieved for him, like you said, all the time. He just didn't let anybody know. He just kept to himself. And I didn't get to say goodbye. So I for the last 6 years, I felt really guilty about not seeing him.
No,
and my mom did let that go. And my mom did do everything for him. He loved her, and she's wearing a ring he gave her. She wears it all the time. Well, what's funny is we recently just moved to a new house, but our old house, we put white tile backsplash in the old house, and we didn't do that until maybe a year after he passed. But I lived on one end of the cul-de-sac, and his house was on the other, and we could always see each other from our houses, which is a big reason I moved, because it hurt to see his house every day. But there was always little things in that house. It always happened. We'd get up and the door went out to the garage would be wide open. And my husband lost money, and I had got upset about it. And then we found it on top of his cooler that my mom gave us, which was on top of his shelf. The money was on top of that. And I said, well, he saved your life. He put the money up there so you didn't have to go to heaven with him.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Lots of little things in that house always happened, and I always said, "It's him. It's him."
The younger female, she's coming forward. Hold on. Whew, I don't know what that was. What was that? Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Just stay with me. I don't know what this was. I just seen either a rat or a hamster run by. Just keep that in mind as well. A rat or a hamster. Keep that in mind. You have a rat.
My daughter's hamster died last night. A little brown one.
It died last night?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. It's in heaven with them. I'm so sorry. I swear.
No, that is great. That is great.
It died last night.
Yes. He started having seizures
Wow.
2 days ago and then passed away last night.
Oh my God.
We took
It's
2
in
days
heaven.
taking care of him and giving him sugar water and trying to.
Oh man. It's okay. It's in heaven. It's fine. Listen, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a rat. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that insane? But that just proves to you that they go to heaven. All animals have a soul. Every one of them. And they go to heaven. You know, and that's validation, y'all, right here.
That is crazy right there.
So this younger female, I'm going to say she's younger because she's younger than the other females that's with her, okay? She's been passed for quite some time, 15, 17 plus years is how she's coming through. Now, she did come through very, very strong for some reason. She keeps, I don't know if she liked to, like, draw or that kind of thing, like in the notebook, but she keeps showing me, like, something being drawn, and then she shows me a L. Okay, so I'm going to call her L if that's okay with you. But I feel like there's going to be someone that has her handwriting, okay? And I feel like she would like be busy and she would either draw or scribble, that kind of stuff. And I feel like somebody has that, okay? Or they're going to find that. And it's really, really important, okay? Now, I'm going to say this real quick. I'm going to call her L if that's okay with you. She comes to you and she puts her hands on your face. And she says, I want you to know something. I know that you feel numb on the inside. And I know that you miss me. But I need you to know that I'm okay. I know how you feel. I know about the depression. And I know at times you say, I don't know, because I feel so numb. I don't know how to feel. And she needs you to know that it's going to be okay because you're strong. The way that she's coming through is she says, I fought for myself and it wasn't enough, is the way that she's making it seem. She said, all I cared about was my kids. I wanted you to be safe. I wanted my kids to be safe. And I felt like she tried everything. First of all, she had to find the confidence within herself to be able to get out of the situation. Because I felt like she was really tenderhearted. And then she says, and I'm going to just tell you, I hope you do not get upset. I'm not saying that she is, but she's laughing. I feel like she was a jokester. She would laugh. And she is laughing. And she's calling you Granny. I'm just telling you. She says, I want you to know that I held the baby. And she releases this beautiful little butterfly. And I see it in a shape of a number 9 being let go into the sky. So there's going to be...
My grandson was born in September.
It's her way of saying that she knows about this beautiful baby. And she also got to hold this beautiful baby. And she wants you to know that. But she's joking with you because she's calling you Granny.